Welcome back to another episode of the Producergrind podcast. Carrington with me.
What's up?
So we got some special guests in the building here today. Production team from Austin, Texas. I've personally been out there chilling with these guys. I've worked with Bad Bunny, Money Man, Bright Thiago, Schlotzsky, if I pronounced that right. Schlotzsky.
Yeah.
They're amongst the top 10 sellers on BeatStars. Please welcome to the show, the Beat Demons.
Chris and Mark. Which one's Chris? Which one's Mark?
I'm Chris. I'm Mark.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So just right off the bat, I gotta ask y'all, how did y'all get the name Beat Demons?
Oh man, it was actually me and my homeboy Luke. We were just coming up with like crazy ideas.
Bring that mic a little closer to you.
Yeah, we were just coming up with some ideas, and he was like, "Beat Demons sounds pretty cool." I was like, "I guess I'll run with it." And then later down the road, I met Chris, and I mentioned Beat Demons to him.
I'm like, bro, that name right there is like something about it. You know what I'm saying? And we eventually just ran with it, and that's how we became Beat Demons. I came up with the name.
You said you came up with the name.
Well, it came up with the name.
Yeah,
right.
right.
So for those that aren't, really familiar, give us a little background on your, your story. Just tell us about, how you guys, came together and kind of got to where you are today.
Well, Chris hit me up on Facebook. He was asking pretty much because I went to Media Tech, and he was asking about Media Tech if he should go, and I was just pretty much telling him, everything you learn at a technical school about, music, you could learn online on YouTube or whatever. And from there, we chopped it up, we met up. And then we just...
The first time we chilled, we made like 8 beats, bro, on them hoes are all bangers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then after that, eventually just kept grinding, like focusing like whose part is which in the group and like how we're both gonna like contribute to the brand, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then pretty much now we both know our roles, we know our strengths, our weaknesses, and, just keep grinding and moving up.
How long ago was it that you guys, first connected?
Oh,
Like 4 or 5 years.
yeah, it was about 2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have y'all ever worked any other jobs other than producing?
Yeah, I have. Like before, I think, I worked like Walmart, like shit like that.
Yeah, I drove a bus.
For real?
Yeah.
Like,
You got
like school bus?
Oh, no, it was for the city.
You got like a CDL license on that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But see, I ain't worked in like 5 years.
Or
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a 2-year period where I was doing anything and everything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. How long after you guys, decided to sell beats online, did it take to,
Like,
where that
take
was
off.
where you were making a living? Didn't need to.
I say like the first year, like within the couple months, we started making like a few hundred. Then we started like, man, fuck it. Like, let's just throw everything we got. And the next thing you know, it just slowly, gradually like built up. And then after like the first year, we were making like past 10.
So this is all within 1 year you found that success. That's crazy.
Pretty much.
What were some challenges that y'all faced, like when you first being a team? Like, what were the challenges that came along with that?
I think more just like the branding. We didn't really know like who we were, like color wise and like stuff like that. Like all that plays a big part, like how you present yourself online. It just, it was just kind of hard. Like eventually we had to like figure out what we're good at, you know what I'm saying? And like what people are going to remember us most by. And like, I think our brand fits us like well. And then we're very versatile when it comes to beats. So that's still kind of something we struggle at just because like, we know how to do dancehall. We know how to do trap, trap step, EDM, like R&B shit, sample shit. Like only thing we don't really know how to do is like that boom bap
that
stuff.
boom bap.
But other than that, I think just finding our lane and like getting our name out was probably like the hardest thing.
Were there any like unexpected challenges that y'all faced like coming along that you like didn't foresee?
That's a good question. I can't think of anything like off the top of my head, like at all.
I mean, that's pretty. That's not bad at all. You
Yeah,
know, that's pretty.
I just think like me and him chilling and like getting to know each other and like having everything like in common. I don't know. I just think
Smart
the
man right
chemistry,
here.
like,
Smart
you know what I'm
man when
saying?
it comes to the marketing.
Yeah, like we're both like Scorpios too, so like
Oh, you're both Scorpios?
yeah, I feel like I'm like
Dang, that's good and bad, though. That's good and bad.
You wanna know something crazy? Like his name is Christopher and my name is Christopher too.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
middle name's
like,
Christopher.
It's weird. It's weird as
right,
hell, bro.
right.
Like it's weird. You know what I'm saying? So don't
It
know.
might be related.
Hey, everybody
some
out
people
there.
would think that.
They're like, y'all brothers?
Yeah, right.
Like, nah.
Yeah,
We
that's
brothers, but we not brothers. You know what I'm saying? Not blood related. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So, so what is y'all daily routine like? Like, walk us through just a day in the life of Beat Demons.
So we don't. Before we used to live together and like wake up, work on beats.
Yeah.
I would go to the gym, but now that we don't live together, like I got a family and shit.
Oh, okay.
So first thing I wake up, I go to the gym, come back, pick up my son, and then like the rest of the day is just beats. And I'll stay up like till like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
And
for
just
me,
repeat the
I
shit.
just had twins. They're 5 months, so
Congrats.
Yeah, man, that's
That's a blessing.
But
Yeah.
just been taking care of them, and then just make beats when I have time.
Yeah.
So y'all don't really like
We meet up every week. You know.
Yeah, we will always meet up at like the Beatstar studio.
okay.
And then I have like a list like, all right, bro, we need to do this, we need to do that. We should probably hit them up and do this. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like coordinate the shit. You know, he's like code at like mixing, so I get a lot of the technical stuff from him, and I learn a lot from him. So it's pretty much like I do most of like the business stuff, and when it comes to technical shit, like I'll hit him up if I have any questions.
So do you guys like so if you don't collab on a beat, is it still
Yeah,
a
nah,
Beat Demons beat?
yeah. So now we like every beat we upload, all the money, like don't matter what beat sold the most, it's like 50-50.
That's dope. That's dope.
Like
Has it always been like that, or did y'all have to learn? And
At first, it was just
at first it was like
more-
like I would have to go through every cell and like split it like by the beat, and then it got to the points where it's like, bro,
let's just call it 50.
I'm wasting like so much time. Like, fuck it, like let's be more efficient and like let's both eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was running through your y'all's Twitter, and it seems like y'all are very structured. Like I think it was one tweet where it was talking about like structure your day, and then you have to work less, you're more efficient. So that's what made me think about
that's what I
that.
mean. Yeah, because like he sends me shit, I'll have it done, knock it out,
Right.
boom, upload it, and like you got to keep a consistent like upload and like the way you say shit online, and then that right there just like draws people in, and they like structure. You know what I'm saying? If you tell them like, hey, I'm gonna drop this every week, this many beats, like, okay, cool, I'm gonna keep coming back. If you don't mention that and you don't say that and you don't have that consistent flow, they're gonna come like, he ain't dropped shit in a while, unsubscribe. You know what I'm
Did y'all ever find yourselves dang, I just completely lost. Oh yeah. Did y'all ever find like to being a producer, like it's easy to just stay at home and just strictly just make beats and not think about all the other aspects. So like what makes y'all or like what happened to where you guys were like, okay, no, we have to make sure we are on a schedule, we're structured, and we don't just focus on one area?
I mean, really, I just looked at it from like a business standpoint.
The whole time.
Yeah, like from the beginning, I would always been like real business minded. You know what I'm saying? Like I've even gave like game to my girl. Like now she got her own business and she has people working for her. So I kind of understand like the way to run business. Just I guess from all the shit I done like in the past, like during that time, like I just learned a lot from what I went through in the previous, and just applied it all to this game. So,
do you think that it's important for producers to have structure, not necessarily maybe with their upload schedule, but just in their daily life? You think structure and routine is important?
Yeah, man, it's less stressful. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have dedicated time to your business, and then you gotta, of course, like have family time.
Yeah.
Like I got a little boy. Like I can't not be in his life. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you just gotta figure out what's important and how you want to spend your time in a day. And if music is what you want to do, dedicate time to music. And, if you got a family, you got to take care of yours. So, something you got to make time for.
You think it's ever a struggle? Like, cause our business is super creative and it's, we go off of inspiration. Like sometimes like, man, I can schedule a studio session. I'm going to sit down for 2 hours and make beats at 2 a.m. or at 2 p.m. But I might not get hit with creativity till like later at night.
That's happened to us like a few times. But I mean, that's what it is, Like that's why like when you are like in that creative mode, we put out more content that we need to and we have it prepared. And I mean now it's to the point to where like most of the time I could make a beat like on a drop, like just have the way, like I already know the way I like to make beats, and I could do something like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Now you guys are mainly like you guys have a huge presence on BeatStars, especially being in the top 10. Top 10 sellers. Do you feel like online producers kind of get not as much credit as producers that are in like in the studio as much, or like hanging around these major artists?
I mean, it's possible, but I mean, at the same time, I really don't like to pay attention. Like, you know, like everybody, they do what they got to do to like make their brand big. And if people want to, you know, like show respect and like follow them and get more hype off of it, like that's cool. Like eventually we'll get there, and you know, it's all hard work. They got there for a reason, so why not try to work hard and do the same thing?
Okay. Is it like a goal? Do you guys want to be in the studio, or do you guys prefer taking the online route, or is like going into the studio with like major artists and kind of taking that mainstream?
I mean,
look.
So like, I guess like I'm no way like an industry producer,
right.
I've dabbled and came into situations where like I have the opportunity, and personally for me, I just feel like we always get left in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the online stuff for me is like a safe route.
Right.
So I feel like if you're a brand new producer, you should try to get your game online. You know, get your money, have a consistent flow, and then the big artists will hit you up. Like, cause we've been contacted by big artists like by Twitter, and just randomly we'll just get tagged in something. They'll just like, they're rapping to our beat, and then they come back door and buy it.
So it's like almost you find an independence in being online.
Yeah. I mean, but we do definitely want to like do like some industry stuff and like work with like big artists. Like what producer wouldn't? You know what I'm saying? Like doing the online stuff, it does get tiring. It does get real repetitive, but it pays the bills, and it you know, it makes it possible for us to even do it in the first place.
Right.
You know, versus waiting for a placement. It might take a year, 2 years. You never need.
You might get the placement, then gotta wait 2 years to see the money for it.
Yeah, even at that. So like, you know, it's a safe route.
Have you guys ever any of your placements ever come from the artist purchasing the beat from your beat store?
Yeah. The Money Man joint.
Did they buy exclusive? They lease it?
So at first he bought the unlimited license. So it's kind of like an exclusive. Like they could sell an unlimited amount of copies, but I would get like 50% of the revenue. But I just hit him up. I like, bro, I'm a fan. Like, what's up? Like, you want the exclusives? And he was just like, yeah. Just sold it.
That's real dope.
What made you guys choose BeatStars as a platform over any other one?
I mean, we tried other platforms, but for me on the business side, like, I noticed that with their stuff, I was getting like a better like conversion rate. So, and I just felt like their technology just worked better on people's phone. So, I mean, it was like a no-brainer. And then they came with like so much other shit. Like they're always in the mix. So it's just like be around people like that, you know?
That makes sense. It makes sense. It's like more accessible.
Yeah. And I just feel like it's probably one of the best platforms like out right now.
And did you know that they were based in Austin before?
I didn't like at all. And then eventually, like I seen them get on I followed them on, I think it was IG or Twitter. And Twitter. And they got on Periscope. And then dude was like, yeah, we're based out of Austin. And I was just like, oh shit. I hit him up like, yo, bro, we're in Austin too. And then he literally just hit us up. Abe had literally hit us up a week before that because we had used the sample. And he was just like, hey, bro, I'm not too sure like if it's okay for y'all to do that. Like, what was it to the 5 on it one?
Yeah, it was 5 on it.
Because they said originally it was Yuck Mouse. He was like, I think Yuck Mouth would get mad. So he was like, y'all mind taking it down? We're like, nah, it's cool. But we told him like, but it's not Yuck Mouse. Like instrumental, like that's a sample from like an old song.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I guess he was still trying to figure out the whole sample situation with the platform. This was like early in the stages. And then after that, we told him, and he was like, yeah, bro, you know what? Y'all can put it back. Like, I'm sorry. I'm still learning process. Like, never since then, like, yeah. We ended up meeting with him, and then the rest was history.
I was listening to a couple of beats on your BeatStars store, and it sounds like y'all like to do a lot of sampling. And like I heard, who was it? I think it was maybe 3-6 Mafia. The all right.
Oh, the all right.
Yeah. That one was hard. That was hard.
Appreciate it.
But do you see producers, then like the new age producers, kind of shying away from sampling or taking sampling in a new route, maybe with melody loops or?
I mean, I know nowadays like melody loops, like getting melody loops from like people's kits and shit is like starting to be normal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I don't. I think it would always be a balance just because like old school stuff like still gives you that vibe and it like brings back memories and stuff for like a lot of the older cats. So they like are able to relate to it more and, you know, vibe out and like, you know, it just brings that like shit, like memories, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, pretty much.
So we see, you know, you guys are, you know, top 10 sellers on BeatStars, and you've achieved that without having like a super crazy social media following.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of producers think they need to have 100,000 followers or whatever to, you know, make some money online. Do you think that social media is important for online producers?
I mean, yeah, definitely, especially like YouTube. You know, YouTube is like probably the #1 place people go look for beats.
Well, you do have a big following on YouTube. I guess I was more talking about like IG and Twitter.
Oh yeah. I mean, like back then though, we only had like 2,000 subscribers, and then that shit just shot up to like, you know, but with time. But yeah, definitely like on IG now that they're starting to come out with like more features like the swipe up.
Yeah.
You know, it will benefit you, and I guess just showing like how you look on there, like, you know, presenting yourself professional, like that will help a lot. But I do think it's like really important. You know, it's a good way to bring more fans to your page. And at the end of the day, the more people you get to your page, the more likely a sale is going to happen.
Traffic
so yeah,
and conversions,
definitely.
right?
Yeah.
Do you guys use social media ads?
I do.
Yeah.
Like Facebook, Facebook Pixel. I barely started doing the IG thing.
What are some of your strategies you use, like, especially when it comes to picking certain posts to put money behind? Like, what's kind of that process?
So a lot of the stuff I go based off what beat has sold the most. You know what I'm saying? So I would just promote the shit out of that one. I will always put it up front. And I will try to do some stuff that's like recently, like what people are into, you know, just kind of like throw it in there. Like, you never know. It's always like, you know, you never know what it's gonna make. But you know, we like to throw a little bit of everything in there. Like we try to include like dance hall, like trap, like some sample stuff, like a little bit to vibe with anybody that we know would probably like vibe with it. Like that's the type of beat they like. So that's pretty much, we try to get everybody.
What's your strategy like as far as like YouTube, promoting the YouTube too, or does it just kind of run itself?
It kind of runs itself, but on top of that, we got his homie. He got like 500 and some thousand subscribers, and he does like animation, like DBZ,
Dragon Ball Z parody.
Yeah, I see you got the chain, the Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Z
this
chain.
man's a fan, bro.
Who
Like,
is that?
big
Is
fan.
that Goten?
Kid Goku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kid Goku when they form and do the.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite Dragon Ball Z game? Tenkaichi, Budokai? Which one?
I had to go with Budokai 3. I
Classic.
fucks with that. Yeah.
Classic.
Budokai 3.
I don't watch none of that.
No,
I ain't never
We're
tuned
like
in.
the opposite when it
Oh
comes to
man,
shit
what
like
was you
that.
on, Naruto or something?
Nah, I don't even, on the cool, I don't even
His
really-
name was Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hey, I used to rock.
Yeah, nah, that on the cool, that was like probably the last cartoon I ever watched. Like I never really like was into cartoons and stuff. I was
It's
always
too
like,
cool for school.
I was just always on the move. Like, you know, I like to go outside and play when I was little. Now I don't ever really go outside like that.
Oh yeah.
Unless I'm, you know, making moves. But other than that, nah.
Sitting at a computer, man, you'll gain weight. Well, I gain weight, you know, or either that, or maybe because I had twins. Like
That's-
my girl
that's
eat a
probably
lot,
it
just
right
made me
there.
eat a lot.
That's why I go to the gym every morning, bro.
I used to go to the gym, but babies, they keep me busy, man.
I can imagine.
Facts.
So what are some like daily budgets and stuff that have worked for you, you know what I mean, with ads and stuff? And also, do you run YouTube ads?
Nah.
Nah.
Like, dude, he literally like just would send traffic to our YouTube. And then I always try to like include and tell people like, hey, like turn on the notification. So anytime something uploads, you know, we get a bunch of likes, bunch of views, you know, like pretty much. But daily budgets, like on Instagram, I started just like with $2 a day, just because I don't know how efficient it is. And like the whole purpose I'm trying to use it for is to grow my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? To get more followers, get more likes. And I'm pretty sure y'all seen like the recent content we've been dropping. It's been like more like cinematic stuff, like you know, just
Like in the studio, actually videos of y'all actually making.
yeah, or just like other equipment, and like you'd be surprised like how much alone that just like helps a lot versus like just recording
The screen.
like the screen with your phone and like the audio, like you know, just it don't sound right, it don't sound good. So
And the LED lights definitely.
yeah, that pink shit, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So the two little lamps
yeah.
and then the post or whatever.
It gives off like that vibe and shit, but yeah.
What about email? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you the same question. Do you do any email marketing and stuff?
Fuck yeah. Like I feel like that's like the bread and butter.
Mm.
Like, bro, every customer that's purchased something from us, we got like all their emails, and it's probably at like 4,000, probably more. Like between 4,000 and 5,000 emails. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to always like try to keep in contact with them. Like you don't have to like constantly like try to sell them shit.
Yeah.
You know, you got to try to get back game. That way, like they're growing as an artist, and you know they're gonna look up to you and probably like reach out more and just like vibe with you as a person. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely like they need to do that.
How do you word your emails? Because I know that's something that a lot of people, some people don't have that, you know, that strength to sit down and type an email.
Yeah, it's kind of hard just because you don't want to come off as spammy.
Yeah.
So I guess you could try to. I like to approach it like I'm hitting up a homie, but not like
unprofessional.
Yeah, like, hey, what's up, my nigga? Nah, it's not like that. It's like, hey, what's up? How you doing, bro? Like, how's the music going? You know, like, if you have any questions or if you need help with anything, like, feel free to hit me up. If, like, you know, we're starting to think about, like, writing, like, little blogs and stuff for, like, trying to help artists, like, how to make more money, how to monetize on SoundCloud, how to do, like, how to distribute their song, because a lot of them don't know, you know, they're still trying to learn. So it's like giving game, and then at the same time you're like gaining a loyal customer. So I mean, that's really how you would just do it. So just, you know, say what's up, so and so, PS, we just dropped some new beats, I think you would like them, you know, feel free to hit up the website.
How often you send them out?
I try not to like constantly send them out like every week, so it's probably like once or twice the most a month, you know?
And talking about distribution, we saw that you were talking about, you guys were pretty vocal about Tunecore and CDBaby.
Ah, yeah, bro.
Talk a little bit about that. I know it was a little bit back, but.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. So with them, I know once you distribute with them, it automatically like copyrights the song. And they'll go out and like content the ID.
Now, what does that mean? What does that mean they copyright the song?
So I guess they just apply it towards content ID, and basically content ID will look on YouTube and everywhere else and give you a copyright strike. Or like, yeah, like on YouTube, you get a copyright strike. Then you have to dispute it because they're saying they own that beat, like, and we're not allowed to upload it.
So if you upload your own beat, they are gonna come and give you a strike because they said this is our copyright. If I'm understanding that correctly.
Okay, so let's put it like this. Say I'm an artist.
Right.
I lease a beat from the Beat Demons, and then I upload the song to Tunecore. It will automatically go to Beat Demons' YouTube page and copyright that song, that beat. And then
now you're sharing revenue with them. Yeah,
but I would dispute the thing and tell them like, hey, in our license agreement, it states that they're not able to do that. No content ID. So it automatically voids their license. If I'm pretty sure they don't pay attention to it. They probably just take out the song or just stop letting it content ID people. But you know, DistroKid is the only one that I know that does not partake in doing that instantly. They give you an option to do that. And then they also allow you to split like the revenue, like add somebody to the team. And then that's how we get the 50 off all the revenue that the song makes off of streams.
Now, how do you go about, like, how do you actually enforce that they're giving you that 50%?
I mean, we can't. It's impossible. You know, technology is not out to where we could even do that. But, you know, most of the artists will inform them, like, in the contract. And if they don't read it, you know, hey, I'm pretty sure most of them don't do it. But I mean, there is some that do it. And then that's another reason why I was planning on doing the blogs. It's just like educating the artists so they will know in future cases, like, hey, this is how you do it. this is how you add the person to the team, like, and read contracts and stuff like that. So they do get a better understanding. That's where it goes. Like, you give game and you get like back the rewards for doing so, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Do y'all have a lawyer that y'all work with?
Yeah.
What, and do you guys have management too?
Nah, we don't.
Just do it yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I've considered getting management.
But 20%, I don't know.
Nah, the cool. We've never really talked to a manager to where it's like we've been in negotiation, but I recently just thought about it just because we've got like opportunities, and it just felt like they were trying to take advantage of us, and like I kind of like peeped it and like, nah, like I gotta discuss it with him, and then I'll get back to you, and then they won't reply.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
They go ghost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, it's cool. I don't really care. Like, that just kind of shows me.
Are there any drawbacks that you would kind of warn producers about that are wanting to get into online beat marketing? Like, just something you want to let them know off rip?
I mean, people are gonna steal your beats regardless. Like, no matter what. I mean, I wouldn't pay attention to it. You know, like, definitely, like, don't get discouraged too. Like, if you don't get sales. You know, you got to build your brand up first. And that's what everybody fails to do. You know, I feel like that's why we're kind of successful, is because we're building a brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows our tag. Everybody knows, like, you know, when they hear our beats, it's kind of dark, but we're able to do like some other shit. I don't know, like in like what our YouTube thumbnails. I don't know if y'all seen them.
Yeah, that's another question.
Like like the eyes. I didn't intentionally do that, but people like, yeah, that looks demonic. We're not demonic that I could say.
That's what I was saying when I was like beat demons. I was like,
that nigga go here do some
they didn't want to go with beat angels.
It's funny though, because I did a beat battle and this woman came up to me and was like, hey, your beats are cool. Well, what y'all go by the name of? I was like, beat demons. She was like, you can't change it to beat angels?
Wow, nah.
I was like, Steph was talking about, he was like, angels don't like hard music. I was like, angels definitely like some hard trap.
Hallelujah. That maybe, but
right. Hallelujah.
Yeah, for real.
Do y'all do your own graphics yourselves? Like, do you guys train yourself in Photoshop?
I do all the graphics. I do all like, like that's my like, you know.
I feel like that's really underrated and people don't really value that as much. It's like having that consistent image. You guys have the same color, you use the same cutouts. Yeah. So just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, man. And that's what I was saying like earlier. It's all about your brand and how you present yourself. If you give them a consistent flow of like your brand and this is who y'all are, you know, it becomes memorable, you know, and at the end of the day, you want people to remember you, you know what I'm saying? And that right there alone will help you get a long ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his name? Like Kanye West, like with the Yeezy shoes, like before they weren't like, when they first dropped, they were just so hyped. Everybody loved it, but he created a brand around it. You know what I'm saying? So now they drop Yeezys and they go, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that shoe is dope, you know? So you just created a brand.
I think it was the #1 selling shoe of all time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, them hoes go. Like, everybody wants them. And now you see, like, Adidas, they're dropping shoes that look similar. Yeah. But, you know, it's just, like, creating something and just running with it, and everybody will remember you by it. And, you know.
What are 3 things or just a few tips that are so vital to keep in mind when you're creating a brand? Like, keep it simple, or, like, what are just 3 things you should keep in mind?
So, the name is like, you know, some people would be like, you know, like Block Chaser Production Entertainment, you know, like,
Music Group Association.
Yeah, like, bro, just pick a short name, something people could pronounce, something that's not hard to spell, you know, something that you could relate to, stuff like that. Pick your colors, know your colors, like have like a set brand colors and just run with them, you know, but you also got to you could look up the colors and what they represent and what most of the time people would think about them. You know, like blue kind of makes people sad. Purple kind of shows like loyalty or royalty.
Like royalty.
Yeah, so, you know, like it just kind of makes your brand in the buyer's eye, like, you know, respect you more. I think it's like quality. You know, red, I picked red just because I personally like red, but on top of that, like, red's a loud color. You know, if somebody sees red, they're gonna stop. Yeah. You know.
They say it's like one of the number one marketing colors, or it is the number one marketing.
Yeah.
color.
Coca-Cola red.
Or-
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
See, so you know, colors. So know your colors, your graphics too. You know, keep your logo simple. If you got a brand, like I guess I just stumbled upon like doing the eyes thing, but I mean it matches with our stuff. So try to do everything that you do related to your brand, but you know, don't kill yourself over it. Just develops over time.
Now, how long did it take you guys to figure out what you stood for, what you wanted the brand to be? Because I feel like a lot of people get into what I forget. I think my mom called it analysis paralysis, where you just sit there and go
Like
through so
analyze
many,
your stuff
analyze
and-
it way too much. Did you guys just kind of like, all right, we're gonna do this, and let's go for it and try it. If it works, it works. It doesn't, or did you actually spend time and be like, yo, let's sit down and like, what's really gonna work?
So I guess me, like during that time, it was like all or nothing. So, you know, I really like dived into it, and that's why I kind of knew like about the colors and like the emotion and how like it draws a certain like feeling out of a person. So I would look up all that, bro, like the way to write people and stuff. But yeah, definitely like it's pretty much what I did, you know. But I never would get caught up on it. At first, we kind of just developed. Like we chose green at first. It was like some shitty green. And yeah, it was just like, nah, bro, it just seems too dark and like it doesn't really, you know, and that's when I got into the colors thing. I was like, okay, maybe we should change it up. You know, we changed it up. It was working, and then, you know, we just like, damn, it kind of does fit us. Like everything just kind of just stumble. You just keep trying until it works. So, you know, a lot of people fail to even start. So,
right, that analysis paralysis.
Yep.
Overrated, underrated. So cool. We got a segment on the Producergrind podcast called Overrated, Underrated. Where we give y'all 5 topics. Some of them a little bit random, some of them more catered or more aligned with producing. And if we feel you guys give us your response. If you feel like it's overrated, underrated, and we feel like we want to discuss more, we'll go into it.
Cool.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, so cool. We got Beat Demons on the Producergrind podcast. And this segment is overrated, underrated. The first topic, South by Southwest.
I feel like now it's kind of overrated.
Overrated.
Just because we live there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Too much traffic for no reason.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's valuable to go? Do you feel like it's...
I mean, I feel like being in a position to network and get, you know, contacts is always a good thing. But I mean, now living there, I guess might be a conflict of interest, like, or like, you know, it's not, we would think different than what somebody from the outside would think just because we live there. You know, like we don't like the traffic and shit like that. It's
horrible.
I'm tired of all these tourists in my town.
Get the fuck out. Yeah.
Where are some places people can go? Like where can they find that value? Like if they're looking for South by Southwest to find value, where's another place they could go?
What do you mean, like another city?
Or just like another event, or is there an event that you guys don't feel like is...
Or like event in South by Southwest?
No. I mean like something similar to South by South. Like South by Southwest, you guys consider underrated or overrated.
Yeah,
but is there
I
something
mean,
else that's like, yo, you could check this out?
Maybe ACL?
Nah, not in Austin. I like A3C just because it's in a mix, and like while we've been here, we've been like connecting, you know.
Cool.
In Austin, I never found that success ever.
Fair enough. All right, the next topic on the Producergrind podcast with overrated, underrated, the Super Bowl.
I don't watch football.
Yeah, I don't watch football either.
Overestimated.
That was
over.
but
I would say
I don't fuck with it. I don't care about sports besides
overrated,
like
I
boxing.
guess. I don't know.
Yeah, overrated.
fair enough.
Who won last year's Super Bowl?
I have no idea. I think the
cares,
Eagles.
dude?
Right?
Eagles?
The Eagles? Really? You like
Were they
Yeah,
going
I
against
like,
the
I like
Patriots?
sports.
'Cause I
Like
it seems like-
boxing.
Oh, you like
Fight.
boxing?
Yeah.
Oh, you
yeah,
are. So I already know you know what's coming up this weekend.
Yeah. My homie actually fights today. He's fighting for a world, like a belt.
Don't tell me it's Wilder.
Johnny the Hitman Garcia. He's based out of Austin, but he just moved to Houston. Yeah,
That's what's up.
that's my homie. Yeah,
You tuning in for the
yeah. I'm
UFC
gonna try
fight?
to. I'm gonna try
Who
to.
you got
For which one?
for the UFC fight?
Oh shit, I don't even know.
Oh, so you
fighting.
just strictly
I thought you
boxing.
said my homie. Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah.
Nah, you be messed up. Be like,
I know, right?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna root for my homie. I'm rooting for
Yeah, right. That's my homie.
All right, next topic on the Overrated Underrated podcast, or Overrated Underrated on the Producergrind podcast, Schlotzskys.
What is Schlotzsky?
It's a
Nah,
soul
I'm
place.
with you.
I'm like, no, there ain't no way.
Overrated.
It's
Trash.
all right. It's all right.
Trash.
Trash.
What do they serve there?
And sandwiches. And
Hey, they
like,
got good ass cinnamon rolls though.
well, there's Cinnabon.
Yeah, Cinnabons. Yeah.
I used to work there, so I
don't
knew
even
as soon as I heard
eat
y'all from Austin, I was like, oh, I gotta ask about Schlotzsky.
Nah, bro. I'd rather make my own sandwich.
What's the best restaurant in Austin?
Best restaurant in Austin?
The best one I've ate is what's that shit called? Moonshine.
Oh yeah, Moonshine.
Moonshine, and I like what's that one up north? The Japanese spot where they make your steaks.
Was it Kobe's?
Kobe's. I fuck with Kobe's,
It's a
and
hibachi spot.
yeah, they like make it. Yeah, I fuck with
I
that.
fuck with hibachi.
You was kind of nervous. You was like, I'll let you go on the Schlotzskys. I was like, that was your topic.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next one. Next topic is MIDI loops.
MIDI Loops.
Don't use them. Overrated.
Bro.
Yeah, I don't use them.
What about you?
Yeah, over it. I don't really use. I use my own MIDI loops. You know,
Yeah,
like just
I just don't. I don't use them. I don't have like anything against people that use them, but I just feel like I'm surpassed that to where I don't need to. You know.
You feel like for a new producer, if they're just like, let's say they just picked up FL Studio, it's a good like learning tool or
Oh
starting
yeah,
tool?
yeah.
most
Like
definitely.
you know, that's a good way to like learn how other producers do certain stuff. You know,
Mhm.
like a lot of them don't have like new art, like producers in general. They probably don't have like no music theory or know how to play certain shit, so they'll learn scales and chords off of another person's like MIDI loop and stuff like that.
on the real. When I started making beats, my first beat I remade was a little scrappy head buster. And then from there, I just like kind of put two and two together and it's like, oh, okay, so this is
Yeah, so if you use it as a learning,
yeah.
I think it's underrated. Then, so
Cool. And the last topic is Eminem's album Kamikaze.
I don't really listen to Eminem, so I would just.
I would have to say, damn, I feel like I'll get my head chewed off.
I don't know.
I would say Eminem.
Respect for Eminem,
Yeah,
but
he's a beast.
I just
but
feel
that
like
ass-
he's kind of like
it was
a
overrated.
little older.
It was overrated.
I'm 100% with y'all on that.
Yeah,
I'm with y'all.
overrated.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. But he's such a legend, though. Like,
But that's why I said like respect to him.
Yeah.
No, but like I just feel like now is kind of past his time. He's still cold at rapping.
Right.
I just don't think a lot of people will relate to him.
Yeah, like
as in,
especially
like,
now in this generation, he's trying to like blend in.
right.
It's
Yeah, and I
like-
just feel like just live your legend. Like just live life now.
Who y'all think the coldest rapper ever is? All time.
I don't really.
Oh man,
I can't even.
coldest rapper. I would say me personally, I fucks with y'all. Remember Chameleon there?
Yeah, Chameleon.
Yeah, I fucks with Chameleon there.
Is he from Austin?
He's from Houston, right?
Yeah, he's from Houston.
Yeah, he's from Houston.
Nah,
I did forget.
Scarface is cold, but I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Who y'all be tuning into now?
I got a whole playlist. Drake, for Young Thug. Just
I listen a lot of
Typical.
Gates, Young Boy, Baby.
Oh, yeah, Lil Baby.
Yeah, I like
Lil
his
Baby
shit.
hard.
Who else? That's really it.
Y'all heard that new Baby and Gunna?
No,
Hey.
it just dropped, right?
Yeah, like last night.
Yeah, no, I haven't had to.
Who's some of the producers that inspired y'all to get into producing?
That's easy.
Ooh.
That's Johnny Giuliano.
Mm.
Respects to Johnny. Like, back in the day, he used to do the whole like video cook-ups and shit, like
yeah.
making shit with a toothbrush.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, I could still remember like that one beat he made with the toothbrush,
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
and like the piano. Yeah, that shit was wild.
Yeah, that's the OG right there.
Yeah,
mine has to be a Drummer Boy.
Mm.
Yeah, like, I started making beats back in 2004. So it was like Lil Jon, Drummer Boy, Nitty.
Mm.
Yeah, just
Yeah, mine was Johnny Giuliano.
Who are some of the producers that you think right now, like some of the top producers you guys like right now, currently?
currently.
I mean, on the platform we're on is probably like B-Stars.
Or platform and in the industry too.
I like Danny Eby tracks.
Yeah, Danny
He's
B.
cold.
Tracks,
Like he's versatile.
Cash Money AP.
Yeah, Cash AP is cold. Big producers. That's a hard one.
Yeah, it's our one.
I don't really pay
I
attention.
fucks with Done Deal.
Yeah, we had
Yeah,
done
dope.
up on the podcast not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
Not
Yeah.
in the event too.
He's pretty dope.
I really can't. Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's just me, man. I get so like into our shit.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, and
Right.
I just kind of like tune shit out. Like no disrespect to any
Right.
producer, it's just like I like to focus on our stuff and like you know I don't really have time to. I show support if I fuck with somebody personally and I like the way they work and stuff, but if I don't work with them, it's kind of hard for me to like even pay attention, like listen to this stuff or know who they are. Like oh they made this, so, like you know I don't really pay attention.
So we seen I don't know exactly what you had tweeted, but something about you know constantly learning and progressing.
Yeah.
You guys into any self-help books?
Nah, I don't really have time to read books. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go to like YouTube and I'll watch like some shit like maybe how to meditate or like, you know, cause I have a hard time going to sleep sometimes. So I watch some shit like how to go to sleep or like, you know, how to like just process nothing but good energy. And you know, if you always thinking negative shit's always gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You think positive and you always have like good energy, you're gonna bring that energy into like your circle.
Right.
So that's how I always try to do it. I don't really like read books or nothing like that.
What's some advice you can give, you know, the producers on, you know, staying positive and staying focused?
So man, I have a lot of homies in Austin that I don't really like chill with no more just because like I'm focused on my stuff. And you know, you can't always just be out chilling and like bullshitting and expect to like get big or progress. So, you know, just cut off all the shit that you don't need to do and just focus on you. You know what I'm saying? You can't help everybody, you know? So that's really it.
Do you feel like moving to a major city like Atlanta or LA for a new producer or for a young producer is beneficial? Like,
I mean, if you know how to put in footwork, it can be. You know, if you know how to network and you're strong at networking, I'm pretty sure you could benefit from it. But if you're barely starting, I wouldn't. Just because I know a lot of people come out here or they'll go to like LA and like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And they go out there and they just hit a wall, you know, and then they're fucked. So I would just not, just, you know, build your craft, do what you do, like do it online, get big online, meet some contacts. If you know people in like Atlanta, LA, then by all means, go ahead. So I wouldn't just instantly jump up and move.
What's the hip hop scene like in Austin?
It's cool. It's all right. I mean, there's a lot of local artists. I just feel like
that city is just, it's all about, oh, you know, I'm doing the most. You know, it's not really helping each other.
yeah, and see
they-
that's partially why
Yeah.
we step back and like, you know, they have like fucking awards and shit in Austin, like best producer in Austin.
And people
like,
would get so big headed off of that. Like, oh, I got an awesome
and it's just like
reward.
we don't, our names don't even get mentioned at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's nothing, bro. I'm trying to take over the world. Like, fuck, just like my city. I don't want to be big in my city. I want people across the world to know me.
True.
You know what I'm saying? They got to think bigger, and I think that's the problem in the city. They just think so small. No, they don't think like there's a whole nother world. I mean, I know Texas is big, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? But not
Are there
that
any
big.
artists in Austin that are working with any major artists that you can think of?
There's one dude that my homie I grew up with, Tone. He's done like a bunch of like features. He had a feature with like YoungBoy. He bought a verse, like Kevin Gates verse. Like a bunch of like other Texas like legends, like Lil Kiki, Paw Wall. What's the other dude's name?
Lil Flip.
Yeah, Lil Flip. You know, just a bunch of like the Houston, like the big OG Houston rappers, stuff like that. Yeah, probably that's the biggest person that's been, you know.
well, cool. What could we expect from you guys in 2019?
Man, we taking over the
We're
world.
gonna get like 5 platinum plaques.
Yeah, last time we did an interview, we were like, yeah, we're gonna get a plaque by the end of next year.
Yeah.
You know, we finna get a plaque. Yeah.
What was the track for? What track?
The Bright Tiago, Bad Bunny.
Is he a reggae? Is that the reggae?
It's like it's kind of like reggaeton.
Yeah.
Well, he is like a Latin artist, but yeah.
It's like trap mixed with
Yeah,
it.
Latino trap.
Yeah, but that song wasn't really like trap. It was a weird that we uploaded it as like a Bryson Tiller type beat. Yeah, and that got stolen a couple times.
How do y'all feel about the Latin music movement? I think they say that Latin music is like one of the most streamed music.
It's crazy,
bro.
It's crazy.
Like, you know, my family's Hispanic.
Yeah.
You know, my girl's family's Hispanic. Her side speaks Spanish like fluently, you know, all the time. So I see the way they consume music. You know what I'm saying? Like at parties, I always listening to like Bad Bunny, Ozuna, Bright Tiago, shit like that. And that's how I heard that they even used our beat anyways. But
Damn, so you didn't even know
nah,
until you heard it.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I just heard that it got remade.
Oh, it got remade.
Yeah, that shit was like spot on.
Man.
Yeah, but everything's been handled, so
Okay.
we'll get our plaques soon.
For the better.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So
How do you handle a situation like that?
So I mean, at first I just tried to hit up a bunch of lawyers, and a lot of them were just like throwing me insane numbers.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we need like 40 bands, 30 bands to start. And it's like, nah, cause like that instantly just shows me what type of person you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't even listen to anything I just told you, you know? And then they didn't even tell me like we could just contact the people by like give them a letter before we take them to court. They were already like, oh, we got to take them to court. It's 30,000, 40,000. You know, I contacted another lawyer. I found her by one of my homies, like a producer online. Just hit him up like, hey, bro, you got a lawyer? He's like, yeah. Here's her contact info. Hit her up, tell her the situation. I told her. She wrote them a letter, charged me like a small fee. And then next thing you know, everything's like moving. So that's
in the mail.
It's gonna come soon.
That's dope.
It's gonna come soon.
So they had to change the credits and all that stuff too?
Yeah, well, we're still in negotiation, like what they're gonna pay, stuff like that. But we won, bro.
Will the other producers still get any sort of credit?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But hey, they made it possible by doing what they did in the first place.
True.
So I it ain't no like hate towards them. You know, I still respect them like as artists. I don't know if they did it intentionally, like the artists, because I know they're not really like on YouTube all the time. Like, oh, I want this beat. Pretty sure they got like ghostwriters and stuff. But I mean, I would still want to work with them in the future, just because I personally like kind of like that music, even though I don't know what the fuck they're saying. It's just the vibe, you know. So.
Most definitely, man. So shout out, social media website where everyone can check you out, hear your music.
So you can find us bdemons.com is our website where we have all our beats. Instagram is @bdemons, Twitter is @bdemons, and YouTube is youtube.com/bdemons.
Y'all don't got like personal IGs or social?
I got one. It's at Track Gon' Eat. I pretty much do like trap step remix of anime and pretty much it, yeah. So Track Gon' Eat for Instagram and Track Gon' Eat for Twitter.
How you spell that?
TRACKGONEAT.
Okay.
It's weird name.
It's like Track Gon' Eat.
Track Gon' Eat.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's called a trap step, bro.
I'm all right.
Cool, man. Well, definitely appreciate you guys pulling up, man.
Appreciate you, bro. So
Appreciate
man,
it.
love.
All right, man.
So
Another episode in the books, man. Signing out. Hit that subscribe button.
Overrated.